I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We are the brewery lovers. Beth had an idea. What was your idea?
Well, a lot of people that come into the brewery aren't familiar with the concept of growlers and crowlers.
A growler with a G or a crowler with a C.
Correct.
Go ahead.
So there are two different sizes of beer that you can buy at a brewery to take home with you. This is our growler. It's 64 ounces. Ours is metal because we live in a RV that's on the move all the time. Most of the time they are glass, and they are usually brown glass because brown protects beer from UV light.
Metal protects it even better.
Metal's even better.
We love this growler. It's like a little mini beer keg. Very cute.
And almost every new place where we try to have it filled, they don't believe us that it really contains 64 ounces. They check.
It's so funny because it's like, guys, if we say it's a half gallon and you say it's a quart, like...
Doesn't make any sense. We could get away with paying for less beer than we get on a routine basis.
Why would we do that?
We don't do that.
No, of course not.
So,
really like this growler. The only problem with this growler is that the lid, if this lid gets lost, you're done. The big 64-ounce glass jug, we don't have one to show, obviously.
No, because it would break in here.
Yeah, but every brewery has a bucket full of caps for them because those caps get funky very quickly. But not so much for this one. No. So that's the only problem with this growler. We've been lucky. We haven't had a beer tender drop the cap and have it roll under the walk-in box or something.
Yeah, so far so good. If you do get a growler, every time when you take beer out of here, you're letting air in and carbonation out. So if you want to drink 1 pint and then close it real quickly and put it back in your refrigerator, you can do that. Drink the rest within 24 hours. It's not going to be as carbonated as it was when you started. But if you drink 3 pints out of the 4 and you go back to have the second one or the last one the second day, you're not going to have much carbonation because there's too much air in there.
When you buy a can of beer, a 6-pack or a 4-pack, those cans are filled under CO2 pressure. A growler is not. It's just filled by hand at the bar. So the question is, why would you bother with a growler or a crowler? The answer is the beer that you like may not be available in cans.
Right.
And if the brewery fills growlers and crowlers, which most do, you can take some of that beer home without... you can take some of that beer home even if it's not available in cans.
Yep.
Going to show them the crowler.
Okay. All right. So this is a crowler.
Do it again because you shook the table.
I'm technically completely inept. So this is a crowler. It's from a brewery that we went to recently in California called Apogee. This is 32 ounces. So this is basically a larger than average can of beer. Once you open this, you should finish it. There's no way to reseal it at all.
Show them the top. The top is just like a regular beer can.
So when you get this at a brewery, they fill this can. There's no lid on it at all. They put it through a sealing machine, which is really fun to operate and watch. And then this top is sealed and it's intact. So it maintains that carbonation. They say that this will preserve the carbonation up to a couple months. Most breweries would recommend that you use it within 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, I'd say a week.
Yeah.
I would not let it go that long.
Yeah.
Again, there's no CO2 head pressure on this crowler. So the carbonation will naturally come out of the beer over time. Plus, you don't want to leave beer sitting that long anyway. Beer's like bread. It's better when it's fresh.
Right. And you'll see if you get either a growler or a crowler, most state laws require that they be labeled, so it'll be the name of the beer that you purchased and the ABV. So.
The other thing you may find is that some states will require that they wrap the lid with a black electrical tape or a shrink wrap or some such thing, because then you can have it in your car and nobody can say it's an open container.
Right.
So that's a form of protection for the buyer. Now, this is called a crowler because it's a can, begins with C. Why is a growler called a growler? I don't know.
There's a theory that when you open it up and some of that carbonation escapes, it sounds like an animal growling. I don't know if that's where it came from, but
We're going to have to research that. Anyway, there's your crowler and growler lesson for the day.
so you can take home your favorite beer even though it's not in a can or a bottle.
There you go.
Yep.
Good?
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers. We have nothing to cheers with.
Patience.